In the heart of Armando City lies a very big fashion house owned by a young, beautiful fashion designer called Sarah. Sarah was known for her sewing skills, crafting exquisite garments for the rich and famous people of the society, as her charges were so high and only the wealthy could afford Sarah. She also owns one of the biggest fashion academy where she enrolls many students yearly. Although students pay heavily to learn, Sarah ends up using them as workers to produce her client dresses. Each time the students complain to Sarah, Sarah would threaten them with words like, "It's like you don't want to graduate, Abby. It seems like you don't need that certificate." On one fateful day, a high-end client called Donna visited Sarah's shop. She wanted to make a beautiful custom-made wedding dress as she was getting married to a prominent prince from Akunu Kingdom. Sarah took her measurement and promised her one of the best wedding dresses she could ever imagine. Meanwhile, Sarah's students were working hard at the workshop as they complained about being used with no pay. So, one of the students suggested they should sabotage Sarah's client and next project to teach Sarah a lesson, and they all agreed to teach her a lesson she will never forget. Few days later, Sarah called all her students and she told them, "We have a very big project to work on. I guess you all know the Prince of Akunu Kingdom. His wedding is fast approaching and we are making the wedding dress. I want commitment and I have to meet up in good time. It's high-class wedding and will be the talk of town. Make sure you give me your best." The student agreed and went back to work. Weeks passed and Donna called in to inquire about her wedding dress. Sarah told her to hold on as she would get back to her on this matter. Sarah quickly rushed to her workshop only to see that the dress was a total mess. They had sewn a different style entirely from what she had asked them to do. Amidst the panic, another client walked in for her dress. Sarah quickly ran and hid and told one of her students to inform the client she isn't in at the moment. The client angrily left as she needed the dress for an event. Sarah returned back to her office while the students laughed and gossiped about how they dealt with their madam and how they are yet to teach her the biggest lesson of her life. Sarah collected the project from the students and started rushing to meet up, but unfortunately, she had just 3 days left before the event. The bride stormed in with her 3 friends. She came in for her final fittings, but was disappointed as this was not the design they had agreed with Sarah. She cried bitterly as her friends cheered her up. Sarah fell to the ground. She cried and pleaded. She promised to pay back all she had collected from Donna. Donna quickly ran out of the fashion house. She went straight to her fiancé, Prince Akamba. She explained how Sarah had collected huge sum of money from her and still disappointed her. Prince Akamba got furious and ordered the arrest of Sarah. Sarah's shop was locked for months and she was fined for damages. The story spread around social media. Sarah lost a lot of her prominent clients and students. Will Sarah ever recover and get back on her feet? What do you think?